Stand at your kitchen sink tonight after the dishes are done and lean down close to the drain and breathe in. Not the disposal, the drain itself. If there is a sourness there, a faint, sweet, rotten smell that comes and goes and is worse in warm weather, I can tell you exactly what you are smelling and exactly where it is sitting. It is about 4 inches down, on the inside wall of that pipe, in a layer roughly the thickness of a sheet of paper. It is called biofilm. Bacteria, grease, coffee, soap, and skin, bound together in a slick brown film that grips the pipe wall the way plaque grips a tooth. Run a paper towel wrapped around your finger as far down as it will go, and pull it out and look at it. That gray-brown smear is the thing that smells. Not your trap, not the sewer, that. And there is a brown bottle at the drugstore, on a low shelf near the bandages, that costs $1 and change, that will take most of it off, and you almost certainly already own one. My name is Ray Kessler. I have been a licensed plumber for 31 years. Now, before I go one sentence further, I have to be straight with you about the title of this video, because I would rather you trust me than be impressed by me. It says 12 reasons. There are not 12. There are about 4 that hold up, and I am going to give you those 4 plainly rather than pad the list to a round number. It says every drain. There is one drain in your house where I would tell you to go easy, and I will name it. And it says tonight, which is fair, because tonight is exactly when it works best, and I will explain why the time of day is half of this. Everything else, the smell, the slime, the dollar, the fact that nobody sells it to you for this, all of that is true, and I have been doing it in my own house for 20 years. Stay with me. Let me start with what most folks get wrong, because if you do not understand this, none of the rest will work. You think a smelly drain is a dirty drain, and that dirty means something is stuck down there. It usually is not. A clog and a smell are 2 different problems with 2 different causes, and the reason people pour a $9 bottle of drain opener down a smelly sink and get nothing for it is that they treated the wrong problem. A clog is a mass sitting in the water path. A smell is a colony living on the pipe wall above the water line. Caustic drain openers travel through in seconds and never touch that wall. Now, what hydrogen peroxide is, it is water with 1 extra oxygen atom stuck on. That is the whole molecule. Water is H2O, this is H2O2, and that extra oxygen is loosely held and wants to leave. When it meets organic material, it lets go, and that is the fizzing you see. Those bubbles are not decoration. Each one is an oxygen atom tearing into the film, and the fizz mechanically lifts the loosened layer off the wall while the oxidation kills what is living in it. And here is the part that matters more to me than the cleaning, because I have spent 31 years inside people's walls. When it is finished, it becomes water and oxygen. That is all it leaves. It does not corrode your galvanized steel. It does not soften your plastic joints. It does not eat the rubber gasket in a slip nut. I will not open a trap in the first day or 2 after somebody has used a caustic opener, because when that nut comes loose, it comes down on my forearms. I will open one after peroxide without a second thought. So the 4 reasons. It kills the odor at its actual source. It strips the film that catches every future clog, because clogs do not form on clean pipe. They form on tacky pipe. It is the safest thing you can put in a drain that still does real work. And it costs $1. Now, the hard fork in the road, and getting this wrong is the whole ballgame. There are 2 things sold under this name. The one you want is 3%, in the opaque brown bottle, drugstore or grocery, $1 to $2 a pint. The other is sold as 35% food grade, in health stores and online, and the words food grade have fooled a great many people. It is not food. At that strength, it is a strong oxidizer that causes chemical burns on skin contact, and poison centers and federal regulators have both put out warnings about people swallowing it. It has no business in your house, and none at all in your drain. 3%. Brown bottle. That is the one. Your whole list is that bottle. A small funnel for $1, a cheap drain brush or an old toothbrush for $2, and a drop of plain dish soap you already have. Under $5 the first time, and about $1 every time after. Here is how I do it. In order. And it takes 4 minutes of your hands, and then you walk away. First, run the hot tap for 60 seconds, and then shut it off and let the drain sit for 2 or 3 minutes so the standing water in the trap settles and the pipe wall above it drains dry. You want that wall dry, not sheeted with water. Second, take your brush and scrub what you can actually reach: the underside of the sink flange, the rim, the stopper, the crossbars. On a bathroom sink, pull the stopper out entirely. A great deal of what you are smelling is within reach of your own hand and has never once been touched. Third, pour a cup of the peroxide slowly down the drain with the funnel, and go slow on purpose, because a slow pour coats the wall and a fast pour falls straight through to the trap. Add 1 drop of dish soap behind it, which lowers the surface tension and lets the peroxide spread and cling instead of running. Fourth, walk away for 30 minutes. An hour is better. Then flush with hot water for 30 seconds. Now here is the placement rule most folks get wrong, and it is the difference between this working and this doing nothing. Do not do it in the morning. Do not do it while the faucet is running. Contact time is the entire mechanism, and if somebody washes their hands 20 seconds later, you just rinsed your dollar down the pipe. Do it last thing at night, after the last dish and the last toothbrush, when that drain will sit undisturbed until morning. That is why tonight is the honest answer. And let me be plain about the limits, because this is where I watch people get oversold. It will not clear a hair clog. It will not dissolve a mass of congealed grease. It will not touch a root intrusion or a bellied line or anything out under your yard. If your sink is holding water right now, put this bottle down and get a plunger or a hand snake, which together run about $30. Peroxide is maintenance, not rescue. Anybody telling you $1 bottle opens a stop drain is selling you something. Now the safety, and I will not skip it because it is the one part of this where somebody can genuinely get hurt. Never mix it with vinegar. Every third video on the internet tells you to pour both, and together they make peracetic acid, which is a real industrial disinfectant that professionals handle in respirators and chemical gloves. In a small bathroom with the door shut, it will burn your eyes and your throat. Never mix it with bleach. Never chase a caustic drain opener with it, and if you used one of those in the last few days, wait a week and flush thoroughly first. Never seal it in a closed bottle with anything, because it makes gas, and gas builds pressure. One thing at a time, flushed clean between, and keep it in that brown bottle it came in, because light breaks it down, and a clear bottle on a windowsill is plain water inside a month. That is also my one drain caution. If you are on a septic system, a cup at a time in a sink is nothing, but do not go dumping gallons through the house, because that tank runs on living bacteria, and it is the bacteria doing the work out there. Now, I want to take a moment, because this is the part that matters. Think about what is actually on the shelf in front of you. There is a jug of enzyme drain maintainer for $12 that wants to be used monthly, forever. There is a bottle of caustic opener for $9 that will not fix a smell and may cost you a joint. There is a plumber, and I am one, who charges $150 to $450 to come out and clear a drain. And there is a dollar bottle 3 aisles over that does the routine job better than 2 of those 3. I am not going to tell you there is a villain in this. Nobody held a meeting about your kitchen sink. It is simpler and it is worse than that. Peroxide has been off patent for longer than anyone reading this has been alive. Nobody owns it. There is no brand to defend, no subscription to sell, no advertisement anybody would ever pay for. A thing that costs $1 and works cannot support a salesman, and so it sits there quietly on a low shelf while the loud products get the end cap. The knowledge was never hidden. It was just never worth anybody's money to repeat. The journeyman who trained me kept a brown bottle in his truck for 30 years, and I assumed it was for cuts. It was not. He poured it in every drain he opened before he put it back together. I asked him once, and he said, "Most of what people call a plumbing problem is just something nobody has cleaned." So, here is what I want you to do tonight. Pull the stopper out of your bathroom sink and look at it, and then scrub it. Run the hot tap a minute, let it sit, and pour a cup of 3% peroxide slowly down each drain in the house, kitchen, bath, shower, laundry, with 1 drop of dish soap behind it. Leave it until morning. Do it once a month after that, and only that often, because this is maintenance and more is not better. Total cost, $1 a month, 4 minutes a drain, and about a week from now you are going to lean over that kitchen sink after supper the way you did at the start of this, and there will be nothing there to smell, and you are not going to think about it again. Tell me in the comments below which drain in your house is the bad one, whether that paper towel came back gray when you ran it down there, and how old your plumbing is. I read every one of them, and what you send back is the reason I keep making these. Next time, I am going to show you how to take that curved pipe under your sink apart yourself, the one they call the P-trap, with nothing but a bucket, your 2 hands, and a towel, so that when something truly is stuck down there you can look at it and pull it out instead of paying a man $90 to unscrew 2 nuts. There is one thing you must do before you loosen the first one, or you will regret it, and I will show you that too. It is the natural next step after today. Until then, scrub what you can reach, pour it slow, leave it overnight, and remember, the men who built these houses with their hands knew things we are only just starting to.